Hi, Gordon. What you been up to?
Big things, Fred. I'm a full-time student at bartending college.
Wow. I never had time for a formal education.
Well, I decided to make time, but it's not easy. Bartending college is a 4-week course.
Gee, how far along are you?
Well, let's see. This is Tuesday, the 3rd week. Hey, I'm a junior, and I'm late for a daiquiri lecture. Why don't you join me?
Why not?
Bartending College.
You've already spent enough time on the other side of the bar to qualify for enrollment.
Bartending College.
We'll teach you everything you need to know. You'll get a starter set of bartenders' jokes like...
So I says to the guy, you can stay, but the cow's gotta go.
Bartending College.
You'll learn how to roll drunks, water the liquor, and skim the cash register. And remember, as the bartender, you drink for free.
Last call.
For integrity.
Well, it's called the internet, and it's completely revolutionized the way we live and access vital information. For example, have a look.
All things Texas.
Texas homegrown radio.
I love the music they play.
Great songs.
Keeps me in a good mood.
Live from the Rockstar Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios, it's the Morning Ride.
Nope. This is the first I've heard of it.
Come on. What?
Hey everybody, this is Ray Wiley Hubbard, and you're on the Morning Ride with the one and only Jody Lee.
I know that, dude.
It's a household name.
Texas homegrown radio. Live from the Rockstar Ranch in Texas homegrown studios.
You're mad.
Thank goodness for that, because if I wasn't, this would probably never work.
Awesome.
That's so true.
Heck yeah, dude. No joke. I feel like you gotta be a little crazy to do anything in this world these days.
I saw somebody posted on Facebook, and they're like, explain what you do for a living without saying what you do for a living. And I said, I talk to myself and laugh at my own jokes.
That's a good point.
It's better though having you, like when I did the morning show by myself for forever, like that's hard.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really hard to talk to you. I tried to have a lot of guests because laughing at your own jokes is just weird. Like you never really get used to it.
Yeah, it makes you.
You know what I mean? Cause
you'll laugh, but then you're like, that's
but
awkward.
I don't know if anybody else is laughing. Like if you laugh, then I feel like, oh, then other people laugh.
Right.
But if I'm here by myself, I'm like, I don't know if anybody else thinks it's funny because I think everything I say is hilarious. I tell myself the same stories and jokes I've heard for years, and I still think they're hilarious.
Oh man,
it's hard to gauge by yourself, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Without somebody there to make an expression at least.
Yeah. Remember that? What was the guy that Regis Philbin?
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him, and you know he was like an icon, like in radio and then TV and stuff.
Right.
But I saw an interview with him, and he said he got his first job in radio in New York.
Right.
And he said, I thought I made it. Like, you know, like that's big time. Like, he said, I thought I was important. And he was on like the nighttime radio. And he goes, I was pretty full of myself. You know, he said, I was on the radio talking like Wolfman Jack. And, you know, and he said, I thought, hey, I should give something away. You know, and he said, I tried to give away. He said, first caller, I'll give you $20. And he goes, of course, I didn't make very much money, even though I was a famous DJ. Radio people just don't make money.
Right.
And he said, I tried to give away $20 and nobody called. And he goes, so I thought, all right, $50. First caller.
All right.
$50. He said, no one called. He said, I got up to $1,000, which I did not have. And I said, first caller, $1,000, and not one person called. He goes, that's when I realized no one was listening to me. Because who wouldn't call for $1,000?
Dang, man.
He said, my ego went, So you never know.
It's done.
But radio's like being a musician.
Right.
You gotta talk to one person like you'd talk to a million.
That's true.
You gotta play for one like you'd play for a million.
Can't get discouraged, man.
I was telling you that story about Tommy Alverson. He really taught me a lot. Like Tommy is one of the heroes to me. Like he's one
awesome,
of my all-time heroes.
Yeah.
And I tell him that. He don't like me telling him that because he's like, we're friends. Don't tell me that. Like, we're friends. I'm like, yeah, we're friends, but you're still my hero. Like, you were the one that, like, inspired me to do a lot of things. I learned a lot from listening to him.
He's awesome, dude.
But he taught me that. He was playing a show for me, and I was so mad that more people weren't there because everyone should love Tommy Alverson. That's just the way it should be.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
He is.
And I tried so hard to get him there, and nobody was there. And he says, patience, it's okay. And there was like 4 people, and Tommy started playing, and those 4 people loved him so much. And they were young. It was like introducing a new era to Tommy, I think,
Yeah.
And because it was all college people that came to my shows. And those 4 people were messaging everybody across town who were watching another artist. And all of a sudden, like, they just started piling in. They came from nowhere. By the time Tommy was done, it was like the place was full.
That's awesome, dude.
But he taught me that, like, if he'd have got an attitude about, oh, well, you only got 4 people for
got
me.
all punky about it.
Which happens. A lot of artists do that. And he taught me that, though. Like, he was just patient, and he talked to them and, like, made them feel important. And they told their friends, hey, this is more fun. You should come here.
Yeah.
And everybody showed up. And Tommy taught me that. Good dude, man.
Absolutely, brother. Yeah.
One of the best.
But one of my favorite memories, bro, of being on the road was... So I'll tell you guys me and Jody, we're on our way down to San Marcos. We do this show, and the show, it ends at I think like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then we went and got something to eat, and then we started heading back, man. Went down the Backbone, and by the time we got to like Comanche, I think.
Yeah, it was Comanche.
I mean, it was happening before this. I think like once we hit 71, Jody was out and he was sleeping, and I had this Tommy Alverson CD playing in my Yukon constantly, and every time I get to the no beans,
I would wake up when I get to that point.
No beans. He would wake up and go, no beans! And every time, it would get back around to the backside of the CD again, and it would like, chili head. And then this dude, every time the song come on, no beans! He'd wake up and he's singing that part, man. It's awesome.
We got to start locking the door. We got to start locking the door. These paparazzis are going to keep coming in.
Yep.
What's up, Billy Hill? You can come over here. Come on over. Sneak it in during the live show. I don't know about that. Especially wearing nasty shirts and stuff. We'll edit it out. I'll put a black line over it or something. There we go. I got you on there now. What's happening? Pull that mic. You know how to do it.
Yeah, I know how to do this.
There you go. What's happening, man?
Oh, not a whole lot.
Just out cruising in Lingoville?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been in Wyoming for the last week and a half.
Wyoming?
Yeah.
Why?
Went up there to see Gene.
Wyoming.
Yeah, right. Wyoming.
Go on,
Went to see Aunt Jean?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was ready to get back, though. Jesus Christ.
What was that? She made me some kind of pie or something when she was down here.
4-layer chocolate dessert.
That was it. Yeah. That did not help my diabetes, I don't think. But it sure was good.
Probably not.
I haven't had sugar in a while now. I've cut out all sugars. You know how much stuff has sugar in it?
A lot.
Like, you know how
all the good stuff.
Like, okay, so I can't have anything. I can't have bread, can't have sugar. Basically, if it tastes good, spit it out. But I had to start reading labels at the store, and I realized that I'm now the old guy in front of everybody and getting in their way.
Because you're reading the labels.
I got to read the labels, you know?
Well, at least you ain't got your phone out yet.
Calm down, you whippersnapper.
Pulling out my glasses. Oh, too much sugar. Look how many carbohydrates are in this. My gosh.
This one's got sodium dicopolant.
It's like that Animaniacs thing you sent me. Like,
dude, I mean, seriously, though?
Jeb sent me a deal with the Animaniacs where they were singing about all the bad stuff they put in our food. And he's like, here's why they got canceled.
Dude, seriously though, like, I mean, that's real, bro.
They were saying about all the dangerous things in our food.
And then like, they were literally like, the last line of it was like, and rot us from the inside out. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, they were like teaching the kids, hey, the government's trying to get you.
And that's exactly right.
Hey, give me some of that go-go juice.
I mean, they don't even hide it anymore, man. They're like,
that's good.
They're pretty upfront about it.
Yeah, they just tell you now. They don't even care. It's like
they say it out loud because nobody will believe us.
Yeah.
We're taking over the world. We're gonna kill all of you.
And we're like, okay, we've heard that before. Yeah, okay, OJ.
Pinky in the brain.
Okay, OJ.
Gonna do the same thing we do every day.
Man,
they're trying to take over the world.
Yeah, it's scary though. Like what they're doing. You're right. They don't hide it anymore. It's right there in public. You know, what cracks me up, what's that guy that would go on Rogan that talked about all the crazy stuff?
I don't know. Which one?
The guy that was always yelling, Alex Jones. I
think.
Yeah. And everybody called him crazy, but all the stuff he talked about for the last 10 years has basically come true.
Yeah. And Dan Bongino.
Yeah, and all these guys, they were like, everybody used to be like, oh, they're just conspiracy theorists and they're crazy. And it really happened.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. You know, it's I feel like we're pretty close to that. You remember that movie Ants?
Yeah.
I feel like we're pretty close to eating the grasshoppers. You know what I'm saying?
Chopper.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close to killing the grasshoppers. I mean, the whole country's pretty much like that right now.
Can we cover?
What do you mean we?
First?
I feel like we're a grasshopper.
We the people.
We're not killing the grasshoppers.
Well, not me personally.
The grasshoppers are killing the ants.
Right, but in the end, the ants drive off the grasshopper. I think they pulled one of them's leg off.
They did?
I don't know.
It was like, yeah.
They ripped Hopper apart.
I don't remember that part.
I'm just saying, man.
Now he had to change his name to Roller.
Wing Boy.
How about you ain't hopping now, are you, Hopper? Oh man, I roll around. I'm a grass roller. And then the ant's like,
hey, yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with rolling grass, man.
You're a grass roller, man. It's all right.
Hey,
it's
man,
cool.
You could put your weed in there, man.
And we'll roll you down to the pond/laundry facility, man.
It's peace and love, bro. Peace and love. Just get you a sunflower and go over to the desk and sign your name in.
But that movie Ants is way deeper than like what a lot of people notice. Like, because it's like the whole thing of like, if you ever figure out if we all work together, if all of us little ants stick together, that's why they try to keep you apart.
That's what the Constitution's about.
That's why that's why the media tries to keep you mad at each other, is so that.
Oh yeah, man. Stuff's gone haywire.
That's why they started taking down statues. And
I got a text message the other day that was this lady that was like campaigning, you know, and they've gotten like way bad in the politics stuff. Like they'll text you and say like, we're trying to keep so and so out of such and such, you know, help us to destroy such and such and so and so. And you just get these random ass texts, and it's crazy. I don't know who it is. I just talk crap to him, you know.
It's me.
Say random crap, like, you know.
I like to go, new phone, who dis?
Just mess with
I got a new way to answer the phone, though, when scammers call.
How's that?
I say, Erath County Sheriff's Department, Fraud Department, can I help you? And all they do is go, click.
Man, I was messing with some of this one time I was on my way to the studio. Out in Spicewood, I was cutting my first record and everything, and I got this call from the tax office, the IRS, you know, and they were saying that the police were going to come and pick me up, and they have my location and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, what are you going to do? You know, I'm kind of like asking questions, and I was like, all right, I'll give you my social. All right, just give me a second. And so I go over there, and I'm like, all right, you ready? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, 1, 9, and I just start saying numbers, but I left it like 1 short. And they're like, "Oh, thank you. Okay, yeah, we'll get this looked up for you right away." And I hear something that's like, and it comes back and it's like, that wasn't enough numbers. And I was like, "Yeah, it's because it's a freaking made up stupid social because you're a made up stupid freaking company." And dude's like, "What?" And it like starts freaking like I get call after call after call, and fast as you can answer it, I get another call, and these like people harass me like way harder for like 2 days straight, man.
I like to harass them though.
I block the number and then get another number.
I had the IRS one call me too, and they're like, "What's your social?" And I'm like, "You mean you don't have my social?" Like, of all the people in the world that should know my number,
well, I know it, but you know it.
Should have it.
I'm like,
file.
You are not Urs. I'm sorry, but you are not Urs. Urs would have my number,
right?
I mean, come on, your name is Urs. They get mad too. And they're like, "It's IRS."
They all sound like Taliban too.
Yeah,
Every one of
I
them.
needed your social security number.
Hello, I'm wanting to speaking to you today.
Yeah, come on, man. You can't even say my name right. You're not with us.
I had one call the other day asking me the all-time favorite. Your warranty on your truck's almost out.
Oh, the warranty, yeah.
And it was a liar any dude. I said, hello, my name is Abu. Can I help you? Can I help you? Click. Real quick.
I like to also answer. You're live on Texas Homegrown Radio, caller number 5. Can we get the answer for me, please? Come on. Do you have our answer for our trivia question? They're like, click.
I did that to the United Co-op guy. I was filming a little video.
I wish they would call right now. I just put them live into the board. I got now I got it where I patched my phone into the board, so nice. I could just
I ran up on that guy though. I had the camera and I was doing some footage of Bubba Bell, and he was in here doing a song. And then I see them pull up, so I just like walk over there with the camera, and I'm like, "Hey, you're live on Texas Homegrown Radio. What do you have to say to your audience, sir?" And he's just like, "What?" Like,
I used to
I'm just messing
when
with
I did
you,
the
man.
request and dedication show back in the day, back in my college days. I was the request and dedication guy. So like it was really it was supposed to be like all like lovey-dovey most of the time, you know. It's like guys calling in for songs for girls or whatever. It would get boring, so I had to spruce it up. But one time I had a guy call, and he was trying to sell me advertising for another radio station, and didn't realize that we were a radio station. And so I just messed with this dude. It was all live on air. Like the whole time.
He got fired.
And I was like, well, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal, but I could do a better deal for you. And he goes, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, here at K-Cub, we offer a lot better coverage than what you're offering. And then like, I started selling him, and he was like, oh, I was trying to sell a radio station. I'm like, you didn't even know you called?
Oh my God.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous. And then I used to have to do the this is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Oh yeah,
this is only a test. I had it memorized. I had to read it so much because back then the FCC would make you read it like ever so often.
Right.
And you had to keep a
Did you have to go there?
I had a clipboard that you had to and you'd have to write down when you did it, which DJ did it, what time, what date. And then you'd have to check your tower power and all that stuff. Write it down. It was like a whole thing. Like it was terrible, stupid. FCC, but
don't do this.
But anyway, I had that memorized, and I'd have people call and request that I do the emergency broadcast system test. And my boss was like, "They can't do that," and I'm like, "Why not?" Like I think so. I'd hit the button. This is only a test.
FCC's like, you're doing this way too much, bro.
If this was an actual emergency, you'd be instructed to blah, 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 blah. But I had it all memorized.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I wonder if I can still do it. Let's see if I can find it. Because you don't get to do that stuff on the internet one.
Or you don't have to, but you could.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should. Everybody loves that weird noise. I can make the sound effects if you want. You know.
Yeah, you have to be my sound effect. If I could find it, because I don't remember it like I did. I had it memorized though. It really. All right.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Here we go.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast alert system. The system was developed by broadcast and cable operators in voluntary cooperation with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, Federal Communications Commission, and local authorities to keep you informed in the event of an actual emergency. That's not the whole thing.
Don't make me do this.
That's not the whole thing. See if I can. Now it's different though. They don't do it like that anymore.
Ah, man.
I know. I miss it. It was like a whole big script that I had to read. It was longer than that. Because it always had that, if this was an actual emergency, you would be...
Didn't you recite that to a police officer to prove you're sober once?
No. That was the that was the back of the banquet, Coors banquet can.
Our mission or whatever.
I always got out of stuff that way. Like by memorizing stuff. He goes, if you don't miss a word, I'll let you go.
They used to be able to do stuff like
and
that.
I remember
before
the
body
whole.
cams.
I remember the whole. Yeah, and he was holding it, the can, and I read it to him, and he was like, "That's impressive." All right, have a good day.
He's like, if you can do that drunk, you can drive home,
right? Yeah, I really wasn't though.
I hear you.
I wasn't, but when you're nervous.
Oh yeah.
They think you are sometimes just because you're nervous, but I don't like seeing lights in my rearview mirror. Like if I haven't done nothing wrong, I still get that anxiety of I'm about to go to jail.
I think a lot of people.
And I've never gone to jail, but I don't want to go to jail. I'm too pretty.
I tell you this right now, man. You know, shit. What was I saying?
Don't drop soap.
Don't do that. No, it's a bad idea. Oh, what was it?
I just wouldn't take a shower. I'd be the stinkiest person around. Nobody wanted to be around me. I'd be stinky.
Lost it. It was in my brain.
I'd have dreadlocks and growl at people. That's how I survived Louisiana.
You'd have a beard out like at this, and just nasty. And
Well, when I went to taxidermy school in Louisiana, it was in the ghetto, and like it was a scary place, and I had to walk to the grocery store to get my groceries, and it was bad. Like I was the only person like me out there, so I put my old clothes on and ripped up some shirts, even worse, and I just growled at people. Like if they yelled at me, I just because nobody wants to mess with that guy.
Be like DMX.
You know what I mean?
He's crazy.
Because you gotta think they're thinking, okay,
that's it with the dog.
There's only two reasons that this person would be in this neighborhood, right? It's because someone dropped him off, or because he's insane,
crazy,
and nobody wants to mess with the insane guy.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to take a chance on that guy. No. What if I did have rabies? You know, I should have got an Alka-Seltzer and put it in my mouth and like let it foam out like I'm walking. Really sold it. Chew on an old like turkey bone or something. Look like a femur, you know. Me and Braden, we went to Walmart the other day after the morning show, and there was some really strange people. Looked like they're all hopped up on meth, and the dude looked insane, crazy. His hair's sticking up everywhere. And he's like, but the funniest part was we walk by and he looks and he goes, "That's an unfortunate shirt to wear." And I said, "What?" And it said, "This is my Halloween costume." And the dude's like walking like he's like a zombie, you know, and his wife is like this skinny, like, and she's like, but his shirt said, "This is my Halloween costume," and he's walking like I'm gonna eat your face. And Braden goes, "That's an unfortunate shirt to be wearing to Walmart today."
Halloween came early.
He's definitely my mini-me.
For sure, bro.
But it did look like a Halloween costume. Like they were really selling it.
Yeah.
They were very messed up.
I'd say just a wee bit.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if they knew they were in Walmart. Like
they're a little detached from reality.
They probably thought it was not Walmart, but like Kmart.
Dollar Tree.
The T's silent,
which is really confusing because it's not $1 anymore in Dollar Tree. Stuff's not $1 anymore.
The T's silent.
Or what is it? Family Dollar? There's nothing's $1 there.
Oh, but Dollar Tree used to be.
Yeah.
Because I used to ask them every time, like, just see how long it would take if they got a new employee. I'm like, "How much is this?" And they're like, $1. And then they'll be like, "How much is this?" $1. I wanted to see how many times I could do that before they lost it. It's like a game I like to play.
We should make another discount store called Penny Times 100. The Penny Times 100 store. It's really not even.
We should start a 5 and dime.
It's like a $10.
We should start a 5 and dime store.
Or just the $10 store.
Everything costs $5.10.
Well, there's a dollar store.
No, the 5 and dimers. You give us a 5 and a dime.
Yeah, but
$5.10.
I think that we would run into some major copyright issues on that one.
No, I don't think so.
The 5 and dime store.
Dimer. The 5 and dimer.
5 and dimer store.
Yeah, the 5 and dimer store.
But I was thinking, like,
all of our merch costs $5.10.
What if you made the dollar store, but for rich people, and it's like the 100 store? Everything's $100.
Shoot, the 100 is the new dollar nowadays.
Just saying. Like 100 and up. Call it the 100 and up store. Nothing we have is worth under $100 to you.
Hey, my dad said that your emergency broadcast system beep sounds like a sick goat. Kind of did. Like that Taylor Swift deal where it's like, remember that when they had the goat singing?
We can't get back to these freaking animal noises. We'll scare people's animals again.
Yeah, last time we were doing calling noises, and we scared pigs, and we scared people's house pets.
Commenting, and they're like, "Please stop doing the animal noises."
I was squeaking like a rabbit.
Our animals are freaking out.
And Misty was in the pig barn. Her pigs were going crazy. Took off running. Yeah.
Yep.
So we don't do those anymore. Can't do those.
All right.
I did do the best calling job I ever did though for Cal and and Blaine, because every pasture we went in, I called up something by squeaking on my hand, but the next day I felt like I had a hole in my upper lip, like
from breezeway,
because you have to press it on your tooth, on your teethuses.
Right, my toofuses.
Yeah, to squeak. My dad taught me well to do that.
Toofuses.
That's one thing my dad taught me, is to make animal calling noises. I think I was also the decoy sometimes. He's like, run out there and wear this little bunny suit. And I'm like, what? Flop around a little.
Lunch.
Speaking of,
and I'm like, I love hunting with my dad.
Speaking of toofuses,
here, put this doe suit on, and I need you to put this perfume. It's special. It's called Tinks, and just run around out there, would you?
Sit down. Sit down.
All right, Luke.
You're right.
That's the best clip out there right now. Is Luke Bryan.
So funny, bro.
Luke Bryan hunting.
Sit down.
You do that well.
Freaking face, bro.
You do that well.
No, dude. Hey, I was just thinking about something. Speaking of toofuses, do you ever think, like, have you ever seen somebody that's got all gold teeth?
Oh yeah.
Do you ever think that, like, one day, like, they got them and they're like, this is gonna be awesome, and then they looked in the mirror and they're like, oh crap, I didn't think about how yellow these teeth are. Like, they're new, but they're like the yellowest teeth you ever saw in your life.
I don't know why people would want gold teeth.
Because they want heavy metal,
or like the ones that get diamonds. Like, I get steak caught in my teeth now. Like, that would be like having permanent braces.
It would be.
I wouldn't want to get anything permanent because, like, you in the wrong neighborhood, they gonna yank your teeth out for them dang diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, or gold.
But I'm just saying, like, most people want white teeth, but them folks are like, I want the most yellow teeth I could possibly have. So yellow they're gold. You know. Looks like some corn in there.
So we had no,
like they got corn teeth.
Whenever I went, you know, these bus seats I have in here.
Yeah.
I went to Missouri. I flew to Missouri with Craig to get these seats to get the bus. It's a school bus, right? But when we get there, he don't tell me. I'm just going along. He set all this up. He bought this bus online, and we go to Missouri. So we fly there, and this guy picks us up, him and his wife. And I've never been so worried that I was going to be murdered in my life.
Are you serious?
This guy, he's taller than me, big guy, gray hair, ponytail, but his teeth were like you were talking about. I couldn't tell if they were made out of wood or there was so much plaque on there that they looked solid. Like, it looked like maybe he carved them out of butter.
You know, he had some freaking halitosis, bro.
Oh my God, it was like scary. And I'm like, we're getting in a car with these people? And he's like, yeah, it's like our Uber. And I'm like, oh my God. So me and him are sitting in the back. Oh, and this guy, we were driving out in the middle of nowhere through these like pastures in Missouri. And I'm like,
they're kind of chuckling up front.
I'm texting, I'm pinging people my location, like in case not that they could get there in time, but to find my body after I'm dead. Like, because I really thought I was going to die. Like, I really thought these people were going to kill us. Like, they were saying weird things, and I'm pretty sure there was a shovel and lime in the back trunk. Like, I don't know.
Crap.
It was I got the weirdest vibe from these people. And we make it all the way down there. We get there like 10 minutes before this place is closing to get this bus. Then we have to drive this school bus back to Texas. So we stop. The first place we stop, we go in, and it turns out to be a biker bar. It was like a bad movie, like the whole trip.
God.
Yeah, the whole trip. And then on the way back, I was bored, so he was driving. I'm sitting in the back of the school bus, and I made a sign, and it said "Save me." And when people drive by, I would like hold it up. I was doing all kinds of weird stuff. Man, and then that's when we stopped at the Waffle House in Arkansas, and I met Billy Bob. He was the coolest cook of all times, Billy Bob. He's the one that would only cook to Michael Jackson.
He just stopped cooking if
this Waffle House was on a hill. This Waffle House was on a hill though, right? So where we parked the bus, the brakes weren't working good, so we had to like find rocks on the side of the road and like shove them under the tires to keep the bus from rolling into the Waffle House.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so we go into the Waffle House, and there's some girl retiring. She was only like 25, and she was retiring from the Waffle House. I don't know how that happens, but they had a cake and everything.
Wow.
And they cut the music off.
Started working when she was 12.
I guess, yeah. I was like,
Thanks
she's
for
retired.
20 years of service, ma'am.
Yeah, she's a grandma too. And so they cut the music off to celebrate her retirement. And that's when Billy Bob got ticked off and he's bigger than me. He was like, almost 400 pounds, easy. But he could dance. He was a dancer. Big old white boy named Billy Bob. And he would only cook to Michael Jackson.
No joke.
And so he quit cooking everybody's food. And they're like, Billy Bob, we got orders. And we're sitting at the bar thing. So we see everything, hear everything.
Yeah.
And they turn Michael Jackson back on. He goes, hee hee. He starts flipping stuff. Cooking. And he goes, what do you want? And I said, I want whatever you want to make me. I said, you look like a creative guy. He goes, I'll make you something ain't on the menu.
Nice.
And I don't know what it was, but it was good.
Right on.
But I never thought I would see the things I saw in Arkansas at the Waffle House.
I had a weird experience at a Waffle House in Tennessee, right outside of Knoxville. When I was going up to see my grandparents, me and my dad we took a road trip. My dad put on Rush 2112, and we jammed it all the way up there and all the way back. You
were in a rush.
Always in a rush. No, but seriously. So we stopped at this Waffle House, man, and it is like the grossest Waffle House I've ever been in my life.
That's bad.
Yeah,
that's saying a lot right there.
It was.
I've been in some bad Waffle Houses.
Like there was like a hair, and it was syruped to the freaking table, and somebody had drawn stuff with it. Like took the hair and made shapes, and it was like stuck to the table. Me and my dad are like looking at each other, like, what the heck's going on here?
Oh God.
And for some reason, we decided to eat there, but there was this waitress. Everybody called her Flo, and she kept coming out, and she was a real hillbilly lady. Real bad. She got like one tooth, and she's saying all kind of stuff. Like she's kind of like coming on to my dad, and like she's kind of flirting with everybody in the place. But she's saying stuff like, "I'm gonna have to get out the whips and chains," and like there's this weird thing going on between the cook and that waitress. No. And there was like some. It was like, dude, if you put Goofy into the body of a female, that was like her. You know what I'm saying? But we left there kind of going like, man, I don't know if I should have ate there. Some strange things going on.
Man, you've had some weird experiences at Waffle Houses too.
Oh yeah.
Remember that guy that I met that got hit by a car?
Yeah.
Yep. We're sitting at the bar thing, and Jeb's on one side of me, and Nim's on the other side of him, and I'm sitting with these weird people next to me, and this dude, I just start talking to him, and in our conversation, he was like, "Yeah, I got hit by a car," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean you got hit by a car?" He goes, like, my ex ran over me.
Yep.
I'm like hit you with a car. He goes, I got video. You want to see it? And I'm like, yes. He like pulls out his phone, and there's like security cam footage. He's walking across the parking lot, and his car just hits him, and he flies on top of the car. And then it keeps driving. The car keeps driving. He's on the car. The car like drove down the road with him on it, and he had video footage of it. And he was like, I was like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I broke my leg and my collarbone, and I'm doing better." He's like, but yeah, he had proof, for the lawsuit of attempted murder.
Oh man!
But I was like, he was like, "I got hit by a car." I'm like, I need to know. I gotta have proof. I don't know if I believe this or not, because he looked fine. Like I thought he meant like just recently.
Yeah, like just now.
Like you just got it in the parking lot.
I remember we had some people.
I thought I hit something. I pulled in.
We left like the White Elephant or Love Shack one night. We had been playing down there or in somewhere in the Stockyards, and I remember seeing the people that were at our show in the Stockyards down in Weatherford at the freaking Waffle House. They were sitting like right over there. They came over to us like, "Are y'all musicians? Did y'all just play?" We're like, "Yep." Oh my God, the Five and Nimers.
That was
pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
What's the odds, man?
Waffle House. Waffle House, man, it's a legend.
Heck yeah.
Terrible though.
Just don't eat the chili again.
Oh man, never. I never been. I've never been so sick in my life.
Don't eat the chili again.
That chili
the
was
patty
a bad
melt's
idea.
solid, like solid choice.
Chili was not the way to go.
No, chili's
Chili
bad.
was not the way to
sitting there too
go.
long.
Oh my
You know
god.
how I figured out that no matter what Waffle House you go to, the chili's always the worst thing to go to.
Don't do it.
I don't know why it even sounded good then. but
They got beans in their chili, man. Don't eat bean chili.
Oh man, it was terrible. I was sick
if
for like
if
3
it's got
days.
beans, it ain't chili.
chili.
It's beans.
It's
You know,
stew.
Yeah, if it's
I don't know.
beans, it's stew.
I mean, beans. Look, to me, beans. It's got bacon bits. It's got all kind of stuff in it, right? Like if you make beans the right way. So like if chili's got beans in it, it ain't chili. It's beans with other stuff. That's what I'm saying.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
You can't put beans in chili.
No, because then it's beans. It ain't chili.
Why is that?
Chili's all meat.
Is that a Texas thing or?
I don't know.
I think so. I'm
Probably.
pretty sure it's just like a Texas.
I'll probably get muted, but no.
I love the song though.
Oh, if you want to start a fight on Facebook, just put, I think beans should be in chili. Rich O'Toole does all the time. I'm like, stop picking fight. You know people are gonna be mad. Like, you know what I mean? That you can't just say that and not expect everybody to come at you.
For real.
It's a Texas thing.
I believe that.
It was funny though. Right when you walked in, Jeb was telling the story about this song because I fell asleep, and then every time it would come on and say no beans, I would wake up and go no beans.
Yeah, I had this CD, Me on the Jukebox. I had it playing in my Yukon for like 3 months straight. Man, I listened to it on repeat, and it would just start over at the end, and I was listening to it all at the. This dude, every time we'd be like driving back from some show in Rockwall or way far off, and he'd be sleeping, and he'd wake up just like randomly on that part of the song every time. Like he's sleeping otherwise, and then no beans.
Maybe I should.
And me and him look at each other. We're like, no beans.
Maybe I should make that my alarm clock,
right?
Like my alarm clock, because I would wake up and be like, no beans.
No beans.
Oh, it's time for the morning show. You gotta go.
Awesome.
There it is, right there.
That's awesome.
No beans.
It's one of my favorite albums right there, buddy.
No beans.
No beans.
Well, you can do anything that you want to do, but don't you put no beans in your chili brew.
Let me some Tommy Iverson. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back and do some more and close this thing out. It's a morning ride right here on Texas Homegrown Radio, live from the Rockstar Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios.
Get into it.